can talk to a spokesperson for the Israeli government. David Mencer joins us now, and we appreciate your time. Can you confirm that these tents that have gone up are have been orchestrated by the Israeli military, and these are preparation for refugees to move into those tents while the offensive continues on Rafah?
Well, firstly, good afternoon, Evan. Thank you for having me join you. Look, I won't speak to the practicalities and the details of our military operation. Needless to say that the Prime Minister has said that the last 4 or 5 battalions of Hamas, which reside in Rafah, need to be challenged and taken down because, as your correspondent rightly said, Hamas are very, very clear on this. Their objective is to regroup, to retake Gaza, and then to attack us again, because that's precisely what they say. And the thing is, Evan, if we weren't listening to them in the past, we certainly do listen to Hamas's words now. And when they say they're going to attack us again and again, we believe them.
Right. I understand your objective.
I
understand your objective and how important that is. What I want to know is what the plan is for the many people who have basically moved south through Gaza as the Israeli army has come in behind them and are now in Rafah and don't really have anywhere else to go.
So, I'm not a military expert, and I don't think you are either, Evan, but I would like to quote 3 military experts who say the same thing, that in our work to destroy Hamas from Gaza. I'm talking about, the head of the British Armed Forces in Afghanistan, Colonel Richard Kemp, or the head of urban war studies at West Point, the most prestigious military academy on the planet, or even General Petraeus, the former U.S. General and CIA director. All of them to a person say that we have set the gold standard when it comes to this challenging urban warfare, where they Hamas terrorists hide amongst the civilian population.
And we've spoken to others who don't see it that way. So I'm sure we can find experts on both sides. What I want to know is, what is your plan for civilians in Rafah whose whereabouts is about to potentially become a battlefield?
So very often the experts which you're quoting are people like Jeremy Corbyn or other people.
No, I'm not quoting Jeremy Corbyn. No. Anyway, look, sure. I don't want to get into an argument about your general performance in Gaza. I'm asking you very specifically about the plan for the people in Rafah. Benjamin Netanyahu said in February, because this has been obviously talked about for quite a while, an evacuation plan is being prepared. And I'd like to know what the plan is and how many people you can accommodate in that plan.
So, Evan, much as we respect the importance of the PM program, we won't be sharing our plans live on air.
Not even for the evacuation? No.
Right. Needless to say, our estimation is that there are 1 million Gazans in Rafah. We've moved them out of harm's way to go to Rafah. Now, unfortunately, we will move them again to get to the last 4 or 5 terrorist battalions who are there. And just to remind you, this is not a war that we wanted or war that we sought.
But you will move them before the battle for Rafah begins. I'm sorry, I don't feel you're being completely clear. You will help those people, facilitate those people moving out of Rafah to somewhere safe and habitable before the offensive begins. That's not asking you for detailed plans or anything like that. That's just simply asking you.
So I won't share with you our details plans, as you rightly say, but what I will tell you is just look at our track record. Okay, when we have to move people, again, this could end tomorrow. When we've had to move people, large numbers of people, we don't want to move them. We don't want this conflict. Hamas could lay down their arms, surrender, and release our 133 hostages, and the war would end this afternoon.
Did you buy 40,000 tents? Did the Israeli government buy 40,000 tents? This is not a BBC figure. This is widely reported in the Israeli media. Is that correct? You bought 40,000 tents?
So, Evan, I've seen those reports in the same way that you have, and I won't be making any comment on the numbers or whatever it is. But needless to say, we have acquired shelters for people because we don't want, our battle is not with ordinary Gazans. We want to move them out of harm's way. Our battle is with the genocidal terrorist army of Hamas, because when they're finished with, they're after us, but they're also after the UK as well.
David Mencer,
none of you should be in any doubt.
We need to move on. Thanks so much, spokesperson for the Israeli government.